Frank from Poultry Farm.
Okay.
I'm Eric from Poultry A, right?
Jumoke Farms.
Okay, Farms.
Exactly. And you are?
I'm Eric from Poultry Farm.
And that's your manager. Hello viewers, so we have here Mr. Kwesi Juma of Jumoke Farms. Okay, Mr. Kwesi Juma, what were you doing before, or where were you living and doing before venturing into agriculture?
I was living in Canada, in Edmonton, Alberta, and I was working with social services before venturing into poultry farm.
Is that where you schooled?
I schooled in Edmonton, Alberta. I went to University of Alberta. I did economics.
Oh, okay. And what type of farming are you into?
I'm into poultry farming. Right now we do solely poultry farming, but we expanding into livestock. So poultry farming and livestock.
Oh, okay. So why did you choose that? Why did you want to be an animal farmer?
So when I wanted to do farming, I researched into different fields in farming, crop farming and animal farming, and then I realized that animal farming is what I wanted to do. I researched about tomatoes, vegetables, to be precise, and I realized that poultry farm would be a good starting point for me. So that's why I ventured into poultry.
And is it going well for you? Is it going good?
Right now, it's been sustainable, so and it's been profitable, so it's been okay.
And what is your biggest fear moving into Ghana to do something like agriculture?
My biggest fear is moving into the unknown because Canada, I basically had my expectations laid out. I was working for someone and I got paid at the end of the month. So I knew in the next 5 years or the next 2 years I'll be doing the same thing because that's what I had been doing. But Ghana is moving to a situation where I hadn't lived in Ghana for about 20 years. So it was quite a fear factor for me. And also, people will put a little bit of fear into you.
Can you spell out some of the challenges?
Challenges. One of the challenges that I had was, the challenge that we've had is mortality. Um, we had, because of naivety and first time experience, we lost some of the birds. Um, um, we got our birds from a local hatchery, and some of their mistakes passed on to us, and also some of the naivety in the industry also affected us. Financial has also been it's also a challenge for us in the poultry industry. Poultry is very capital intensive, and in Africa and Ghana, for that matter, we don't have um, banks do not give us soft loans. Um, the interest on loans is very high, over 20%. And if you wanna embark on poultry or agriculture, is a bit difficult for a newcomer. So it's been in-house finance.
So, Mr. Juma, where is the farm situated?
Uh,
Where
my
can we locate the farm? Sorry.
my farm is in Tichamante in the eastern part of Ghana, closer to Insawam.
Wow. So, how was the weather for you when you first started?
Well, in Ghana, we have two different weathers. So when I first started, we were in the dry season, so I didn't face much of a challenge. But then when we went into the rainy season, it was raining a lot, and the soil type here is clayey, so we faced a lot of issues, being stuck on the road, being in the rainy rainy season, and our farm is also a little bit remote from the closest town. So that was a challenge for us. And also another challenge that we faced in the business itself is price hikes. Um, when I first started, a bag of maize was about 65 cedis. Within a space of 3 to 6 months, we had about 300% increment in the price of maize. It went up as high as 160 cedis for the same bag of maize. It's hard to budget really well in such a situation when you're dealing with just one component. Because when you're formulating your feed, you use different components. It was a big challenge, a bit of a challenge.
Wow. So, I mean, how does the government help here?
Right now, we don't get any government support, but I understand the government does give some sort of support to farmers, but we haven't been able to get any benefit from that. And the banks as well, we don't also get any benefit from the banks. We don't sort out any loans.
So, currently, Mr. Jamal, how many beds do you have?
We currently have almost 7,000 berries right now.
Wow, that's impressive. I see. And how many employees?
We have 8 employees in total. Six on the field, 2 managing.
Have any word for the youth to inspire them to also venture into farming just like yourself?
Okay, for me, I think farming holds a better future for the youth or anybody who has a passion for it. There's been a negative narrative for farmers. People have the mindset that farming is for the poor or for people who don't have money and are uneducated. But now the youth is kind of changing the narrative a little bit because I have a few friends who are very educated and are in this field, and it's sustaining our various families. So it has a good prospect for the future if it's done and it's done well. It's done in a commercial mindset. I believe the future of Ghana is in farming. So I would rather encourage anyone, the youth, to really do a thorough research and take it seriously, because some farmers are absentee farmers, and it's kind of hard to reach an optimum success if you're not even present. You're leaving room for mistakes.
I'm actually very impressed by what I'm seeing here at your farm. It looks like your birds are very healthy.
Being present is very key. I believe the future of farming is great. Yeah,
Wow.
if I should do it again, I will still venture into farming, put my money into farming, because it's been sustainable and profitable for me.
That's great. Mr. Juma, thank you so much for your time. We will definitely visit your farm again.
Thank you.
Nice work.
Thank you.